It's Tour Truck Tuesday. Check out this. Check out what we're talking about. It's long necks. It's time to discuss the long neck. Chris Trott here on this beautiful Tour Truck Tuesday. TaylorMade, Carlsbad at the Kingdom. That's behind me. I've got a putter set up right here for you. I've got my simple stroke string line down. I've doubled it up with my putt out mirror. I've not gone chalk line, albeit I did consider it, but I want to talk to you about the MyTP program. Last week I bought you My High Toe 3. You could customize that bad boy. You could have whatever paint fill you want. You could engrave it. Well, guess what? We've got the same deal going on, but it's also got these long necks. Notice the engraving on one of the shoulders there and the different color badges and the different color insert. You can go for a MyTP putter. You can go for a long neck. You can get the standard neck, or you can get that beautiful flow. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Comes in the black finish. This one is fully pimped out, Halloweened up with orange engravings in there and paint fill with purple. But also, look, I couldn't help myself. This is my own. I've even taken the shaft sticker off, not got the goof off on there yet, and I've put a tennis wrap around the grip. They all come with Super Stroke grips. But we can't help, can we? We can't help as golfers customizing. So if customizing is what you're into, if customizing is what you want to do, I've got you dialed. The link below in the description has got you dialed, and you can hit it up for a MyTP, potentially long neck. But who is the long neck for, and why would we want it? Well, let's look at extremes first. There is, when you find the balance point, the toe hang of the long neck. It's not a lot. What are you talking about? What is toe hang? This is the toe of the putter. That's the heel of the putter. You can see how it hangs slightly down. That's the long neck. That's what it gives you. Now, why does it only hang slightly down when your flow, Trotty, that short flow, gives me a ton of hang? Why is that? Well, if you take the center point and I put this other shaft behind it, it goes through the head, look, at a different point. It almost goes through at the center of the blade. So you see I'm holding the shaft here, and the point at which that axis of the golf shaft to the point at which the bottom of this hosel goes through is almost central. That is what changes the toe hang. That is what changes how much that putter droops. Here's the standard Juno with the toe hang there, and it's not quite as much as our flow, but it's more than our long neck. So who plays what? Color, that's up to you. If you're into silver, we've got that finish for you. If you want a bit of blue on there, we've got that. I'm going to do this demonstration and go through it all with the black ones. I like the black look. I love the black contrast on the greens. But who and why and where? Well, you've got to think about, as a golfer, what stroke do you have? So how do you self-diagnose what stroke you have? It's all going to be based on, are you straight back, straight through, or are you someone who would take the golf stroke and bring it slightly inside, to square to inside? All great. It's all based on your release pattern. But there's a couple of things that you can do to help you out. So in recent times, I've been going left below right to help me level up my shoulders. When I look at a putt like this, I've got the line down, I've got the ball immediately in the middle, I've got the mirror showing where my eyes are. My eyes are directly over the golf ball, and I actually don't want much arc in my stroke. There's always going to be a natural arc, obviously stood slightly inside. If you're a golfer, you're not going to put straight on top of it. That'd be straight back, straight through. But we're not playing croquet here, so I'm going to allow the putter to go a little bit inside. But if I can get my eyes over the golf ball, stand nice and tall, get all those lines married up, and that's why these golfers practice so much on tour with these putt-out mirrors. Put them down, line everything up, see the line stroke through the ball. You're just going to be filling the bucket up for days doing that, for days. But maybe you're going to want more release. It all depends where you're at. When it comes to testing your MyTP long, look, they look beautiful. They do get a lot of traction. They're awesome looking putters. I mean, look at how sleek that is. The long neck defined by this. Obviously it's a almost face balanced putter, but I'd press you to Do your short putt test. Ensure that it works here. Ensure that you can fill the bucket up from here, because you're going to need to. You're going to need to make these, if it's going to be a putt that you want to play, you're going to need them to be automatic. Then move on to the longer ones. And when you practice your longer ones, consider it as well as, we don't all hit the middle. I know it's not what you want to hear, but when it comes to practicing, we have the guys in there on a 15-foot putt here at the Kingdom, and we know that the best players in the world do not hit the middle all the time. So if you're going to go for a TP putter and you're going to shy away from the bigger spider with the higher MOI, what are you doing to me? Moment of inertia, less likely to twist. When you hit your long ones and you start to give yourself a bit of feedback on those, the higher MOI putter, look, it's going to help you out. But I also get it. Some of us, we like the look so much of this classic TP. It's just ingrained, isn't it? It's where we want to be. Now, well, maybe you need something with a little bit more toe hang in there. Then it's your middle ground. Going into a Juno or a Soto, you're going into the halfway house when it comes to toe hang. It's a classic looking putter. This one I've just gone with a dot on top. I'm sure you can change your alignment options on there. Again, now I can afford for my eyes to be a little bit inside, because that putter's going to want to release more, which means it's going to want to come through a little bit more too as you guys look at it this side. I don't want my stroke going up and over here. So again, set up to it, get your eyes in the correct position. It's important you always keep consistency. Just test it on the short one, roll it through. Good result. Felt good off the blade. Looks great behind the ball. Again, look at it, see it, roll it through. That was a push. Look at it, see it, think like a player. Not bad. You want to get to a point where with all these training aids, that comes automatic. Then hit the long putts again. See how that feels in comparison to the long neck. Now, if you look here, I've marked a second line slightly inside where it's a different color to the other line. But also, if you're someone who stands slightly inside to it and you're much more comfortable with your eyes inside the golf ball, you can see here now I've made a putter change. I've gone for the flow neck. If I'm stood more inside and I'm rocking back, rocking through, and I'm just seeing that line go down and rock through, and I'm filling up the bucket and I'm turning the blade and I'm releasing. Maybe I'm very right hand dominant, or I putt conventionally. I'm inside and I just fill up the bucket. If that's the way you putt and that suits you, then I would then press you to get more toe hang and go for something with the flow neck. Like the rest of us, I'm all golfers. I don't want my last putter of the day to be a weak miss. But you can see the flow, the flow. That's how you're going to make your choices between which level of toe hang you go. Go back to hit some long ones. Never try and get too technical with it. Always make it something that is a reaction to the target. If you've got your checkpoints, make sure you have them, and then rock back, rock through. This is the one for me that gives me a lot more confidence. It's face balance. That's where my head's at the moment. Those of you who've been following me closely, I use a Spider GT face balance. It just gets everything where it needs to be. And this isn't quite face balance. So this could easily be something that I would, could, may well game. Check them out in the description below, the MyTP putters. Anytime you can customize your stuff, especially your cool short clubs that you're going to need to rely on. Let's face it, we're going to be faced with putts in a round of golf. We want to feel connected to that thing. We want it to be ours. It's always cool if you can do it. Check out the description. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. If this is the first video you've seen, welcome. There's lots of great stuff in here that are going to help you with all of your equipment needs. Trying to angle it more at players now as the season is well underway. but I will get back to some technical tuition that's going to help you become a better player. Go into your fitting, allow yourself some space, allow your mind to do these tests. You'll easily walk out with the right golf clubs for you. Till next Tour Truck Tuesday, good luck.